Now we have our third guest. Very happy to have our third guest, Kamila Bodova. Okay, Kamila Bodova is going to speak to us about influence marketing and sustainable fashion. Now, both of the subjects very very hot. A lot of people are trying to be, a lot of brands, sorry, are trying to be sustainable, and a lot of brands are trying to be marketed through influencers. So I would like us first to welcome you to IFA,
Thank you.
and I would like us to tell us a little bit about what you've done so far, yes, and then start with our questions, which are a lot.
Very good.
Yes.
So I've been running. I've actually graduated from IFA with my capstone on this topic, like how to develop sustainable fashion faster on French market. This was the beginning, and it's been more than 5 years, and it's still my daily bread. So it's, for me, it's not about driving sustainable fashion. I came to the point where I'm driving like values revolution. That is actually reflected a lot in fashion. The way we shop fashion, the way we dress up, it's talking about who we are, what's important for us. And if we want to change fashion, we have to really talk about the values we have, why we are buying so much, for so much money, so often, what do we want to show with that. So today I'm teaching here a lot of sustainability stuff and at other schools as well. And I have a business in Czech Republic. We are organizing an event and we are publishing a magazine, and we are basically trying to change the world, change the fashion industry. And we are trying to market it, right? So yeah, let's talk about it.
Now, can you define to us what is really an influencer? Because sometimes it sounds like a gimmick, sometimes it sounds like the future for fashion promotion. So how would you define an influencer today?
For me, it's anybody who is followed on social media, and I don't personally even look that much on the numbers. Like, there are people with like millions of followers. That's very interesting to get as a brand to this person and get this person to say what you want them to say. But I think you can develop a relationship with people who are more genuine, who have like followers that are maybe more loyal to them and who are more true to their audience. So I would I think the world is really going in two different directions. You know, it's either going to this like a tech side, data, robots, and it's then the other side and the materialistic stuff. We are mostly all going this way, and then there is the other side where people are like waking up through burnout, depressions, or just realizing, oh my gosh, is this about, this is what life is about. And we are trying to find like another journey, another purpose. It's connecting a little bit more with ourselves, with the nature, with the genuine values. This is what I'm selling to people now. Like, you know, in the jungle where everybody's saying like, shop more and you have to have this new bag. And, you know, I'm saying like, you know what, breathe. And I'm always saying like, we're making advertisement for things that are for free. But we like did marketing in the sense of like selling those like truly genuine values, really sustainable fashion, the handmade, hand-woven, local, organic stuff, and it does not work. I think like if you're marketing sustainability through influencers, or if you do it like through advertising, anything, we've tried everything. Just don't say sustainability. Like there is one.
It's a taboo.
You know, there is part of people, and this number of people is growing. It's like it's a niche market, and it's a very interesting one because it's a growing market, and we are always looking for growth if you want to make money, right? So there is a growing number of people who are, let's say, waking up and understanding that a new bag does not make you happier, you know. On the other hand, my business today is not persuade the people who are persuaded already. I don't want to talk to people who are already checking somebody's sustainable fashion blog, you know. If you are talking about driving sustainable fashion, it is not about talking to people who like sustainable fashion. It is about going to the influencers or to find any other way how to tell the mass, you know, like what you're doing does not work for you. You know, the way you're spending money today doesn't make you any happier in the long run, you know. So this is about it. I don't care, like, if I want to be successful with my business, for me the people who are interested in it already are not, this is not what's interesting for me. They are there already.
How would you define sustainability in one sentence? Because you know there are all sorts of different meanings of. How would you define sustainability today? What is sustainable today?
Sustainable is anything you are doing with respect for the three pillars of sustainability, which is money, profits. It's always there. And then we have also people and the planet, and these are the two pillars that are missing in the business that we are in today. The neoliberalism and the capitalism is all about increasing profit. This is the theory, this is the mantra of since industrial revolution we are living this, right? And it's not sustainable. So if we speak about sustainability in academic terms, it is about, okay, I'm making money, but I'm also making sure that people live in good conditions equals I don't kill them. And in fashion, we have a lot of examples of people dying for fashion. The fashion victims, not in terms of shopping a lot, but really dying, you know.
Well, some of them, you know, they get so deep in debt that they commit
yeah.
suicide. They are sick, you know, they have to have what...
Yeah, but this is this is the side of the customer. This is what I even started with. I'm trying to tell people, the way you're shopping fashion today does not work for your wallet, you know. What you're living today, what you're told to do, it's not working.
How should we shop fashion today?
In a way that's meaningful for you in the long run. Because what I'm coming to now, you know, is psychology. I'm studying Freud, Jung. This is the way I'm doing marketing today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that actually you come to the point that all of us somehow feel unhappy in life. Relationships suck. Oh my gosh, trauma from childhood. Everybody, guys. Right? I'm doing therapy since years, and I'm not the only one, you know. And people are going through burnouts, and everybody is telling you, but buy this, you'll be fine. You know, you'll somehow like forget about this emptiness that you feel inside. And this is the fast food, fast fashion, fast, I don't know, sex with robots, whatsoever, you know. And so there is this like, there's this solution for all of us, like buy this and you'll be fine. But in the long run, it's not going to work for you. You have to become like a part of the system, and you have to run on this treadmill to make this money, to buy this thing, so you fill in this emptiness that you have inside. And on the other hand, you can like work on the long run happiness in your life.
Which is?
But that you just fill in this emptiness, through a spiritual way, not through the materialistic way.
But we work in fashion. Oh.
Excuse me?
We work in fashion.
I know, but I know that that's ridiculous. But I've been really working on how.
I'm joking.
I know you're right. It's about like dressing up, but it is still so much telling about who we are, and fashion is still part of this game. And like you feel empty, but go buy something, and you'll be in, and you will feel good about
You'll
yourself.
be popular.
Yeah.
You have more followers.
Yeah, exactly.
You have more likes.
Yeah, and people will love you for what you're wearing, right? But like people.
Well, if it's yours and you don't put it on the changing rooms, you take a picture of it, you scrub the background, and you're like, oh, my new purse is.
And you're spending your energy and your thoughts on this like superficial thing, you know. And then you come home and you cry, depressed, taking maybe even some like antidepressives. Oh, I know. I was telling one of the actors in Czech Republic, he's like, you know, this photographer, he's just getting out of antidepressives, and it's like. They're all like that. Like, I don't know a person who doesn't take drugs today to wake up in the morning and not kill themselves, you know. So, if you want to shop fashion, you can find a way that I actually feel so good about myself that I know that I don't have to run to the shop and buy myself something new to feel good about myself. And I don't know how you're going to do it, you know. And maybe there is plenty of people who already got there. There is a fraction of people who know, like, we do yoga, right? We eat well, right? We do the therapy.
Yeah, the mindfulness,
right?
the whole movement.
But sorry, we got very far from the influencers. Let's go back. So
no.
sustainability.
It's influencing, you know, to live a mindful lifestyle. I mean, it's the next frontier. And another thing that I wanted to ask you is this, because we speak about sustainability. We already have discussed a lot about technology, a lot about CRM, a lot about smart retail destinations. Can we be sustainable with so excessive technology? Is that a possibility, you think?
Yeah, I think it can serve us. I think it's like with everything, you know, it's a good servant, but it's a bad boss. You know, if technology is the boss in our life, and we actually are going around developing very complicated system, complicated technology that in the end we have to serve it and find people who's going to look after it, and doesn't make us happy in the end, then it's not sustainable. You know, sustainability, and we are talking, you would think about carbon footprint, climate change, but in the end meansustainability is about sustaining well-being, and it's something that is touching like everybody of us. And well-being means not only like surviving. We don't want to survive on this planet. We want to thrive as a humanity, right? So it is not about, like, let's say what it is about. Sustainability is about living in peace, living these good relationships that we have with people around us, feeling this security, you know, and being healthy. Because if you have a headache, if you have allergy, if you have like asthma, whatsoever, hard to speak about well-being. So it is about our environment. It is about the air, the climate change, the food. It is about all that. But on the top of the iceberg is a well-being for each of us. And now I lost what we were talking about.
Now we're talking about technologies
yeah.
and sustainability, if they can be combined.
I think they can be combined, and we need the technology today. We need the technology for recycling materials, because we have a plenty of plastic and blends of cotton and polyester, and we don't have today technology to recycle that, you know. So we need technology for that. We need technology even to communicate it. We need technology to help us sort a lot of problems. For sure we do. The thing with technology is, as everything, you can use it for a good or you can use it for a bad. With like artificial intelligence, my boyfriend is entrepreneur, totally dealing with this in finance, and I'm always kind of like, you know that it can finance guns. Like, you never know, it's not transparent enough, but we can use technology for transparency. We can always use technology for good, and we need it today.
So we need to keep up our humanism when we use technology.
Yes, I think that's important. It's a values revolution.
It's interesting that you keep on saying about values, because I have a problem with an expression, which is, I want to be true to myself. So there's an expression that on the marketing terms is exactly what sells. You just do it on the Twitter, I want to be true to myself, I want to be true to myself. But really we speak about values, and the values for every person are different, because what is true to yourself you don't know, as we are morphing into something different, especially introducing technology through it. Now, my next question is, what would be your prediction about the future as a person who works in fashion and teaches fashion, to young creatives, that they need to be inspired and yet be conscious and sustainable? What could you see for 2020? What do you think is going to be a new kind of trend emerging?
New emerging trend. Like, I will first speak from my little perspective, which is, I was really very radical, and I'm meeting a lot of students as well that are very radical, like it's either 100% organic or I don't want to deal with that, and I recently got to the point like, let's do it 1 millimeter better and it's already good, like if everybody makes one decision in their every collection, like one little thing that's gonna make it more sustainable, better for them, better for planet, better for people, will be already fine. So let's say I started to be a fan of greenwashing, that in the end, after like I didn't like to see all those campaigns about how we are, collecting clothes and doing one piece that's recycled PET bottles, and we have a lot of problems with like synthetics and microfibers, plastic in ocean. And I was always like, do it 100% good, like these people have the money to do it. And finally, like, I kind of gave up on this radical, I was even called activist in my country, so today I'm like, if we all move 1 millimeter in each collection and everyday action, if we all move in our own way toward this goal, as a consumer and as professional in this school, we will be already better off in 2 years. And it's right, I see like everybody doing these capsule collections, like even Hugo Boss is doing now sneakers from Pinatex, and Max Mara having PET bottles recycled trench coat, and Ferragamo did a capsule collection made of fibers that are made of waste from orange industry. Okay, so...
And the Italians are producing leather from chocolate, I think.
Chocolate?
Yes, they
Yes.
do like organic leather.
Like a you mean
A
like
fake leather,
yeah,
but
like
yeah, it's like pleather, how you call it.
yeah,
But it's organic and
and it's compostable.
yes,
Like yeah.
yes,
My
yes.
friend is doing leather from coconut water and bacteria. She moved to India to do it. So yeah, I think that we're gonna see like more and more little actions. Adidas taking waste out of oceans to make sneakers and so on. So I hope that each brand is gonna take these like 1 millimeter steps, and we're gonna all celebrate it. I'm on this journey.
So it's
now.
about making promises and keeping these promises one
Yeah,
step at a
yeah.
time.
You know, I would love to see a total transparency, like total honesty. For me, if a brand says the way they are communicating today is they are showing this like this greenwashing, like you know we are doing this well and we are doing this well and we are doing this well. If I see and we are doing all this badly, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna come and buy something from you because I can trust you now. You know, because if you're only reading like, and this is good and we recycled this and this much polyester and we've done this and that and this one sneakers are made of recycled plastic, not speaking what is the percentage of your collection that's done this way? What is the percentage of your production that's done this way?
Exactly. It's
If
a
I
quantity
ever
thing.
hear the transparent claim, and 99.97% of our collection is still done conventionally, and this is what you're getting is like 0.02% of our collection is from recycled plastic, I'm gonna go and buy it much more likely than I would go to that. I would love to see some like a brutal transparency from the brands. I think it would help us.
I have another opinion about it. I think we are educating very smart people with very stupid ideas. That's what I think.
And this is the other side,
Because
This is the other side.
because in the age of social media, where we can all agree for anything in a split second, regardless of the geographical position, what you're requesting is the predominant feeling of any human interaction in any community. Just make a promise and keep this promise. You know, if I have a smaller company, I will try to do it small. If I have a bigger company, I will try to make it bigger, and everybody will be benefited. You know, the crazy thing is that we don't keep our promises. So I think the most sustainable thing is to keep your promises. If you keep your promises, you most probably make a change. You know, the day after, I guess. No?
I'm talking too much from the sustainable point of view, and then there is this other direction with this like this the way it's always been, this conventional way of making business that is about I say something and I don't keep this promise, or I say something and I look super green and I have this beautiful model everywhere splashed over Parisian metro for 1 week. This capsule collection that is all recycled is sold out within 3 days, and we go back to business as usual. But then people believe that we're a sustainable brand, So this is this direction, and the more we speak about it, the more it's happening. I'm not interested in this, I'm studying the way to make it sustainable and meaningful and beneficial, as you're saying, to all of us. Yeah. Now I'm talking to people about their own wallets. It's very expensive to buy cheap fashion. It's very expensive.
Yes, and very bad for the environment. Super.